Alrighty, hello everyone. Let me fix my glasses. Sorry. Anyways, right. Hello everybody. My name is Angela Scott. I am the podcast host of the Divine Writers Blog podcast, where we talk about all these things when it comes to writing: how to be a better writer, how to be a better human in general, kind. Be nice to yourself, nourishment, brain health, all that stuff. That's what we talk about. So today we're going to be going over, as you can see on the screen, three reasons why you can't stay consistent with your writing. And this is something so important that I struggled with while on my writing journey. I was, let's just say, I started this book, my debut novel that's going to come out soon. We'll just say soon. My debut novel. I started it 10, 11 years ago when I was in high school. I know, so ancient times. But I started it then, and I had been on and off with it, but for some reason, this book stuck with me. Like, I mean, stuck with me because I was a person that jumped from book to book, story to story, and I never actually stuck to the same book. But when I wrote this book, it literally never left. I've been rewriting it and rewriting and rewriting it like all the things that first time writers do. And I, over the past 10, 11, 12 years now, I finally finished writing it back in 2024. Finally finished writing the first draft instead of rewriting it over and over and over again. I just decided I'm just going to write it all the way through. We'll see how this goes. And then I finished it. And then I had a panic attack and everything went afterwards. But what I'm saying is that I decided that I wanted to go ahead and do a little mini series, lessons on here even. You can just pop this into your ear if you're listening to it, or you can look at the video. I have my little slides here for you, and I just want to kind of help you with the stuff that I learned along my journey that I know is very helpful. As you know, I studied advanced fiction. I'm a nutrition coach, certified nutrition coach. I studied brain health, food and how it affects your mood. I studied anatomy and physiology when I thought I was going to be a nurse. Like, I have a very wide range of knowledge, and all of this has very much helped me get to where I am now. And I am very thankful for all this experience. I know some people would look at it and be like, yeah, everything that I went through sucks. Okay, yes, it can suck, but I'm glad that it sucked because now I'm here now and I have a new appreciation for things that I'm just grateful. I'm just very, very grateful. Okay, let's get into it. So, three reasons why you can't stay consistent with your writing. I'll also be publishing this on Instagram. This is kind of just like an attachment to that, just in case you want like a full more, not just a carousel, but an explanation. Just, if you're into that kind of thing, if you learn from that. Right. So, comparison is the thief of joy. When you measure your messy middle against someone else's polished outcome, your motivation collapses before it has a chance to even grow. In other words, it's the quickest, surefire way to kill your consistency, and that is so true. Comparison, we do it all the time when we're scrolling through social media. We are following authors, writers, artists, people who just live their life out loud, and we think, man, I wish I could do that. Or I can't do that because I don't have that body. Or I can do that because I don't have a finished manuscript. Or I can't do that because I'm not pretty, down to the hair, to the skin color, to what you wear. I Comparison is the thief of joy. And I say that because I was stuck in it for so long. I want to say after high school, comparison became even worse. It amplified even. I was just kind of like, why me? Like, why am I not pretty? Why am I this and that? Like, why am I not her? And I was always comparing myself to people on social media. This is when Instagram started becoming that kind of social media, where like people put their announcements or highlights on there, and their before and after. Before it actually became a platform for coaches and affiliate marketing and stuff like that. I was just looking at everybody's highlight reel. I would see an author or a writer post, oh, I finally am a published author. Or I'd see someone like, I finally lost the weight, look at me now. And I'm just here like, why is that never me? Like, why is that not me? And it would kill my confidence, is one. It would, I mean, motivation is fleeting, yes, but motivation to even start something would burn up so fast, I wouldn't even get a chance to use that 10 to 15 seconds to keep going or to even get started on something. And it was just so bothersome. It's like I just never gave myself a chance because I was over here comparing who I am to somebody else at their highlight reel. I was looking at everything that I've done, and I'm just here like, okay, well, this person's younger than me, or this person has all this, and we're in the same situation. Technically, no. No one's ever in the same situation as you. Ever. What you grew up with, the hand, what is it, the cards that were dealt with your hand or something like that. I can't think right now. But the cards dealt to you were your cards to play. The way that you played them is kind of on you. Because at this point in life, we're going to a state like if you're a millennial and whatnot, we're already at a point in our lives where we have to take ownership for everything that we went through as children and teenagers, young adults. We have to take ownership for all of that. All of that, everything now at this point in our lives, or if you're younger, I'm just telling you, or out of high school, or if you are in high school, either way, at this point in your life, you have to understand that it is on you now. Everything that happened, yes, I know your parents, put you through a lot, or you went through a lot, and it was not fair, and I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. But at this point in life, it's on us to make the decisions to get us out of where we used to be. So that's why I say don't compare yourself to anybody's life, because no one has lived your life exactly right down to the T. No one has gone through exactly what you've gone through. No one has been embarrassed. No one has been hyped. No one has been motivated. No one has seen the dark things, seen the bright things. No one has seen everything exactly through your eyes or through, your lenses. So that's why I think that comparison is something that you need to let go of. And when I mean let go of, I mean let go of the negative part of comparison, because there obviously is a positive part. So when you go to comparison, jealousy, as I mentioned, I put a blog about it. Jealousy is one of the tools that will help you become who you are meant to be. Comparison, look at it like this. There's currently a writer who's just announced she's becoming an author, and I'm so hyped for her. But I always looked at her and I was just like, man, I wish I could be kind of like that. I wish I could have the even, excuse me, I wish I could even have the amount of confidence that she had. And I mean, she's younger than me, but that's fine. It's okay. Age is but a number. But either way, what I'm trying to say is that she's younger than me. That doesn't mean anything. There are people that are older than me that have the life that I want already, and I'm okay with that. But whenever it comes to like looking at people on social media, I've learned that I want to, what is it? It's not rewiring. It's something engineering. It's like where you break it down. Reverse engineering. Yes, Mel Robbins taught me that. Okay, reverse engineering. And you can't really do that. I mean, you can look at the people that you look up to, and then you could start going down and be like, how did you do it? Let me try that way. And that's how I've kind of built things up. But the one thing I noticed surely is that jealousy is a tool, comparison is a tool, but we always looked at it in a negative aspect, a negative way, that comparison is bad. Comparison, is a thief of joy, which is true, but only if you look at it in the way that we majority do. We look at it as in, I'm not good enough. I'm not ever going to be that person. I'm never ever going to get better like that. Okay, so in this case, look at it as, why am I comparing myself to them? What do they have that I don't have? What do they have that I want? And in this case, she got aged. She got like a six figure book deal. She's like doing a lot of stuff that I'd be so excited for, and she's younger. But that's the thing. I I I at this point, looking at it like that, age would have been the biggest thing for me, and that's why I keep bringing it up that she's younger, because I would be looking like, oh, my life is completely over. Like maybe it's this space is not for me anymore. But the fact that I see people like Mel Robbins, making that life starting from like 50, we'll say starting at 50, and making and going completely all out, and she's like, number one podcast, woman of the year, stuff like that. It makes me think it does not matter the age. The age does not matter. It matters how much you believe in yourself, and if you allow yourself to have others believe in you as well. And that's what I feel like social media is for. It's for a community for sure, but I know that sometimes there's a lot of people saying, you have to, everybody wants a village, but nobody wants to be a villager. Okay, so that's another thing that gets me is that yes, everybody wants a village but doesn't want to be a villager. But sometimes villagers like to come and take from the village. Like they like to come by and just be like, okay, let me see what's this, what's that. Okay, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take that. Later, see you. And that's basically what we do with social media. But in the sense of like, of like being, oh, I lost my train of thought. No, come back, come back, come back. Okay, what I mean is that people want villages but don't want to be villagers. Leave a comment, leave a, leave a like, share a bookmark post and stuff like that. Something that actually did resonate with you. I'm not saying for you not to, if it resonates with you, of course like it. But I'm not saying just scroll randomly and just be like, okay, like. Although, one like is, now that I've seen things like this, one like means a lot to the algorithm, and now I understand why people push that on there. But I do want to say, still be you, stick to what you believe. And if you don't want to put a comment or a like or this and that, and you're not feeling it, okay, then don't do it. But I want you to actually ask yourself, am I not feeling it, or am I like feeling salty about it? You know what I mean? Like, am I feeling like maybe I don't want to like this because I don't want this person to gain more success? That is not the mindset that you need. That's not the mindset that we welcome here. That's the mindset we're trying to break down and we're trying to improve. If you find yourself not liking this person's post completely, like, just leaving it alone, but it's actually good news and this person's actually very kind and whatnot, but you just don't like it because you're not in their shoes already, then I understand where it's coming from. But I want you to still like. I know this is weird. I know this is weird. But once you do that, you're teaching yourself, you're teaching your brain that it's okay. We feel a little bit discouraged, but it's not that person's fault. And we want to teach our brain that we're not going to, whenever we shut down like this, we're not going to shut down in general. It's like whenever we see something discouraging, we're not going to run from it or we're not going to pull back from it. We're going to go towards it because there is something pulling us towards this. There is a reason why we like, or we're feeling this jealousy, this, this anger, this heated emotion inside of us because they have something we want. The what is that saying? Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. I'm not saying this person's your enemy. They're not, but your brain's looking at it as such. So, go towards this person. Move toward them. Understand what they have. Understand what they can give you. Understand how they can help you. Because I know that I was a very salty Sally or not, whatever you call it. And I would, every time I saw somebody doing good, I'd just be like, I don't, okay, I'm just bye, 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 bye. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't give them the support that they need. Like, this is a monumental moment for them. And I'm not, no one celebrates my moments, is what I thought. So I'm not going to help celebrate theirs. On social media. In real life, I'm different. But on social media, I could be like that because no one sees me. You know what I mean? Or so I think so. But regardless, what I'm saying is that ever since I started being supportive to people I don't know, things have changed completely. My network has changed, my connections, my thought process, my brain has completely rewired itself. And comparison is now something I adore. It's something that does bring me joy because I'm looking at you know, through a different lens. And it took me a while to get to that point because of the people that I grew up around. That my family, they were always about like, comparison. They're always about favorites. They're always pushing all these things, these agendas, and I tried to always be the perfect kid, but I never gained the favor. I was never the favorite, and that's something that stuck with me. It's like I never wanted anybody else to feel like that, so I always tried to make other people feel, better about themselves. But I always was making the wrong people feel better. And I don't mean wrong because it's never a crime to make someone feel good. But the people that I was surrounded by, they were very take, take, take. They were not give, give, give. Give and take. I don't know. There's a healthy amount of that. But I just feel like every time, my list, every time I talked, yes, they would listen, but majority because then they could talk, and they wouldn't look like a bad guy. And that's fine. That's fine. Everybody's different and everybody goes about things differently. And I'm okay with that because, that's probably for somebody else's cup of tea. That maybe a different person needs that kind of energy in their life. I just didn't. So that's why the people that I'm surrounded by now, they actually value my opinion. They actually care about what I say. They actually encourage the lucrative opportunities and dreams that I have. And excuse me, and that's beautiful. That I love that. I love that just changing it around, being around different people literally makes me feel happy to see someone succeed now. Like, I comparison I welcome, because it's like, okay, wait, why are we feeling this way? What do you have that I want? It's like, what is aligning with me? Like, what is it that you have? How can I get there? This is obviously something I'm excited about, and it's like, what am I going to do to get to this? That's the way I look at comparison now. But comparison is a thief of joy, like I said. But as I've embraced writer's block, there's always a different side of the story. There's always a different, as you look through it, a different lens. So looking at writer's block as a tool rather than an opposing force that's meant to, to be the bane of your existence, your writing career or your writing existence, things have changed. Things have shifted. It's like I know myself better. It's the light. Writer's block, I do endorse, like I said, the Divine Writer's Block podcast. That's what I've named this. I know it's not very conventional. You're probably over here thinking about ways I'm going to give you to help get you out of the writer's block. No, I'm going to teach you how to hone it, how to use it, how to understand your own body. The writer's block helps you nourish yourself. It helps you keep yourself alive, keep your work authentic, keep yourself aligned. Writer's block is a gift. No matter who tells you it's not real, it is real. Whatever you feel, you feel. But there's something underneath it, something that needs to be understood before you can move forward. And that's why I love writer's block. I love that barrier, because it's like, wait, okay, I'm feeling a little bit of a resistance right now. Why? And it's usually because something else is going on. There was something more deeper. And like I said, writer's block saved my life. I know it's a weird thing to say, and you can do whatever you want with that information or whatnot, but I really appreciated writer's block and looking at things through a different lens. It's helped me out in a lot of ways. All right, so next, your mental load is overwhelming you. You're not lazy. Your brain is carrying too many invisible responsibilities to create freely. Lessen the load. Slash some chores and meal prep. Finish some work and empty your cup. Emotional overload is a real thing. Take a moment to breathe. This is what I mean by the writer's block. We can go back to this. But we're trying to be consistent in our stuff. We're trying to keep going. We're trying to keep going. Writer's block is just one of those little red flags. It's like, hey, we can't keep going. We can't be consistent if we keep running off of fumes. Like, our brain's going to always choose comfort. Our brain's going to always choose survival over, like, another goal, over completing a first draft, over meeting a deadline. If you're not fueling your body with the nutrition that it needs to keep going, we're going to experience that block. We're thinking about too many things. We keep pulling ourselves away. Like with the comparison. Every time we feel comparison, we just think, why bother? We close the book, and we're just like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't be the writer that, I thought I was. Maybe it's not meant for me. Maybe this is not my life. And comparison takes that away. It takes away your consistency. You were doing so well writing, and then you just see somebody else's victory post, and you're like, it's not for me. It's not happening for me. It's not happening for me. No. This is here. The mental load is overwhelming you. Stop looking at social media. If you're gonna keep looking at it negatively, like, come towards it and be like, okay, let's see what good happened to somebody else today. It's like, well, that's gonna happen for me. It's such a good thing, when you look at it like that. But with this, your mental load is overwhelming you. I hope you know you're not lazy. I hope you know that you're not undisciplined. You're not being a sloth or anything like that. You're not. Your brain is just carrying too much. Too much is going on here. Like I said, your brain is for comfort. Your brain is to keep you alive. It does not want anything bad to happen. Obviously, if something bad happened, we don't get to do anything at all. That's why your brain is like, okay, we don't care if we have to write 200 words today. We don't care if we have to write 1 word a day. I need to eat something. I need to relax. I need to breathe. There's too much stress. Stress is the number one killer. Depression, it leads us into depression and all these things, especially when we can write, because us as writers, that we live off of writing. This is what we do. So the fact that we cannot write, it just shuts us down even more. And then the fact that we're not writing every day, like we see on social media saying that we should do, we feel like we are being lazy. We feel like this is not for us. And then how people say writer's block means that you're just lazy. No, it's not it. You are just listening to other people's opinions when you need to understand that you just need to lessen your load. Sorry, I'm getting too much. You need to lessen the load. You need to get rid of other things. Like, I make sure that everything I know sometimes this is why I don't get to doing what I need to do, but I make sure I at least do some cleaning around the house. At least I make sure that I eat something, like a snack or whatnot before I write, before I do any of this activity that I do. I at least try to finish some stuff up that I keep thinking about, because then I'm not gonna be able to write. My brain's gonna be like, we have too much on our mind. It's not, and I'm a woman first and foremost, so obviously these things in my head are going to be very pronounced, very profound, that I cannot move forward, because as a woman, as a mother, as a wife, there are responsibilities that are instilled into me growing up that I need to do before I take care of me. And that's why us women writers are the ones that reach burnout a lot quicker, because we have so much going on. They tell us we need to take care of the kids, take care of our, our husbands, take care of the house, and we are always put back on the back burner. We put last. That's why we're led to burnout a lot faster. We are so overwhelmed, and that's why we think, okay, just close the laptop, close the laptop, close the laptop. Let's just do everything else. I want to do this, but now I can't do this. That's why our consistency does not keep going, because we have not emptied our cup. We are filling it more and more and more with all these things that we think that we need to do, but we need to calm down. Whew. We need to calm down and keep moving forward one step at a time. Do one task that you know that's been on your mind before you write, before you do anything for yourself, so it's out of the way. That's what helped me quite a bit. You have to empty your cup. You have to breathe, sit down back, calm down. Box breathing helps. And like I said, like I'm taking this course. Actually, I don't think I mentioned this, but I'm taking this course by Christina Galbato. She's on Instagram. I mispronounced your name, so I'm so sorry, but I'm taking your course, and the box breathing has done wonders. The box breathing is, it's comforting. So what about this program is that it's called Safe and Seen, and it's basically teaching us how to regulate our nervous system so that we can get our message out there to the world. And as you can see, I'm very passionate about what I talk about because of everything that I've been through. I'm just so tired of seeing people not pursue their goals, their careers, the life that they want, because they let other things get in the way. And that's why I'm taking this course, because I know it's gonna help me out. And I've been wanting to take. I've been following her for quite some time, listening to her podcast, all that stuff, and something speaks to me about it. And I'm very happy that I stumbled upon her. I wanted to buy the blog course, but I just decided, no, I'm not going to do that because maybe I don't have it. This, that, the exact thing that people go through. And she closed it off, so I'm not going to ever get to use that. But things came out perfectly the way they needed to, because I ended up getting a course from her. I knew I was going to eventually buy in. She gained my trust, my respect, everything. And it's the one that I needed. So, yeah, here I am. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, if things get overwhelming, I need you to take a step back. I need you to slash some things out that have been on your mind for quite some time. And it's okay sometimes to not write for a day, for 2 days, or whatnot. If you're a person who just wants to be consistently writing because you just want to hurry up and finish, I want you to know that that's pressure on you, a little added pressure, because you're going to finish a story no matter what. It's gonna happen for you. But I need you to slow down. I need you to not burn yourself out, because then when you do finish it, I feel like after comes a little bit of this emptiness. I know when I lost weight, lost 50 pounds, I've lost it twice after my two kiddos. Hold on, Marie. Get a little bit of a drink. Yes, matcha. Summer moon. I don't know if you can see that. It's my new. Ever since I moved to Austin, I was trying to find a place like from Corpus Christi. There's this place called Cafe Calypso. Obsessed with their Turkish delight and everything from there. I love that little coffee shop. I miss it so much. I wish I could just pick it up and bring it to Austin. The vibe and everything was beautiful. It was the first coffee shop that I started writing in, and it helped me a lot. It was connected to a Half Price Books, but now it coming to Austin 2 years ago. I was looking for a place that had a coffee shop and something that I can enjoy, and Summer Moon it is. I used to get the Summer Moon latte, but now I get the matcha tea and whatnot, and with almond milk. So making better choices. But yeah. So, did I swear that? Did I swear on makeup? It's okay. If it's smeared, then it's smeared. But anyways, alright, let's go. So, what I said, your mental load is overwhelming you, and it's keeping you from being consistent in your writing. So you need to lessen the load, cross some things off of your list, so you can finally keep going forward. All right, take a moment to breathe. Something just isn't sitting right. How do I make this right? Okay. So resistance often signals misalignment, not failure or a sign to quit. Something in your process or expectations needs adjusting. When you feel it in your gut, go with it. More than likely, you know what is best, and more than likely, you are always right. You know you are always right. Have you ever had a moment when you're writing your story and you go back and you're like, it's not clicking, it's not clicking, it's not clicking, and then you just step aside or step back away from the story, and maybe you're like gone for a couple of days, weeks, months, who knows? It's okay, no judgment. Then you have this brilliant like light bulb idea, and you're like, that's why it's not working. Like, oh my gosh, like that ties up every loose end. This answers every single question. Like, and you have that moment. Oh my gosh, these are beautiful moments I live for. But these moments where things just align and everything just makes sense. You know, deep down in your gut, that something is off, and that is this. That is why you are experiencing this writer's block. That's why you're not writing right now. That's why it's not you being inconsistent. Like all of these things, all these reasons why you're being inconsistent. They're not for the wrong things. You are the way you feel is the way you feel, and it's it's okay the way you feel. By comparison, the way you feel negatively towards yourself and whatnot. That's just how you've always been. That's how people have made you look at this. That's how you believe that you should be acting when you don't have to. When you feel comparison, you can move toward it and be excited about it because that means it's something that they have that you're going to eventually have. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, you can feel that way. It's a lot on your plate. It's a lot of things, sometimes unnecessary stress that you take from others. They are grown-ups. They are grown-ups. They can do it on their own. You don't have to worry about them. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I have family members that are adults, and for the longest time, I was just here like, I have to take care of them because they don't know any better. Like, they don't know any better. No, they're adults now. Shit, they'll learn. Excuse my language. Oh my gosh, you'll never get that from me again. They will learn. And don't add that stress to you. Don't have any more added stress. Just whatever you need to focus on. You, the kids, your husband, your house, whatever. Whatever is important to you, just worry about that. Everybody else is added stress. Bye. So whenever it comes to your story, if you feel like something isn't sitting right, of course, you know better. You know your story. You know where you're going with this. Even if you don't know where you're going, you know where you're going with this. For real, it's like an alignment. It's so weird, but it's true. It's writing your story. Some things that we read in the beginning of the story, the little things that maybe like, oh, why is there a red ribbon on the floor? Okay, we didn't question that. Like several chapters later, oh my gosh, that red ribbon represents something so huge in my story that I didn't even know. That's the beauty about being a writer, is that we set ourselves up for these little surprises that just baffle us, and they're so awesome. I love them. But if something isn't right, whether it's comparison, whether it's being overwhelmed, whether it's something in your story, you know that it's not right. You know that there's something off. There's a misalignment. And writer's block is there all the time. You can get tired of me all you want. I'll say it like a million times and more. I mean, like, whenever a person is really good at their niche or really good at what they do, they repeat the same thing over and over and over again. I mean, James Clear, the Atomic Habits book, he talks about habits all the time. That's just one thing he's really good at. This is what it's called to be, like, have a niche. So zeroed in on your niche. It works for you. This, like, people back then, on ancient times, they were really good at one thing. They honed their skill so good that people came to them, and they were just good for that one thing. People paid money, like, pounds of gold, stuff like that, just for this one thing that this person can do so good, so perfectly. That's what I'm talking about, writer's block, because I know it inside and out. I read books about it. I've learned, the brain. I've learned about the brain. I've learned about nutrition. I've learned about a lot of things. I've learned about the process. And piecing everything together, writer's block is that barrier. It's that what is it? That tightness, or that, that block that you feel in your head when something isn't right, because something isn't right. Whether it be mentality, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, it's there for a reason. And that's when that people might look at writer's block in a different way in different cultures. And I'm not talking about just writer's block, I'm talking about a whole thing in general. Just misalignment. They might have other words. But in the writing community, it's called writer's block. And people have feared it for so long, and people have looked at it as a negative thing, when all I'm about is looking at things that were negative into something that can work for us and be positive. Because truly, this is a part of the manifestation journey. Whenever you start looking at things through a different lens, things get better. You look at things through something else, through different eyes, and you see the world like you never did before. I grew up from a hard life and stuff like that, but you already know. And I always thought it was gonna be like that. I always thought people were gonna be mean. People were gonna be wanting, to milk everything out of me that I ever had. But now that I'm around different people, or different community, different city, it is not like that at all. There are kind people in the world. There are people that will go out of their way to make sure that you're okay. People that put you first, not just you putting them first. It truly does matter about who the people you surround yourself with, and that's one thing that I push. That's why in the writing community, if you're following people, or if you're seeing people that you don't vibe with, then unfollow. It's okay, because it's misaligning with you. You're not being mean. You're not being one of those villagers who wants a village, not, doesn't want to be a villager. You're not like that. It's okay. Sometimes your village is burning, and you need to take care of your own village before you go and take care of somebody else's. Okay? All right. Was that the last one? Yes. Looking for more encouragement, visit shadowandscripture.com for tips and resources. Okay, so is this thing recording? Did it turn off? No, it's recording. Okay, so I created a website. I've created a website many times with different names, but this one is sticking. This one is it. This one is the alignment. It's the click. It's everything that I wanted. It's called Shadow and Scripture. If I haven't introduced it yet, then I'm introducing it now. But Shadow and Scripture is my website. It's my sanctuary. On the blogs, I write everything that I've learned. I write about, creative burnout. I write about nutrition. I write about brain health. I write about being consistent. I write about depression, like the positive side of depression, like how depression can actually help your writing. You can read that. I write about so many things. I have, like, stuff, topics to write about, in blogs and whatnot. And I want it to be a safe place. I also want you to know that all this information I'm giving you because I've been through it. I've come out on the other side. I even recently became a ghostwriter. I know this is weird, but I became a ghostwriter, and so far it's pretty good. I love my client. She's the bomb.com. But I love her energy. I love everything about it, and it's so wild to know that I'm getting paid to, like, help to write. I don't know. It was never a dream of mine. Well, not never a dream of mine. Never. Excuse me. It was not never a dream. Don't say that. No, it's always been a dream. But but it's never been a reality in my head. That's what I meant to say. It's never been a reality in my head. It's always just been a dream, and I thought that's how it was gonna stay. But yeah, I getting paid to write has been phenomenal. Things that I've learned while doing it, they're priceless. Um, I know that majority of us, that's the goal, to get paid to write, and I don't know where this is taking me. To be honest, I'm enjoying it right now, enjoying the collaboration and everything like that. I don't know where it's gonna take me, but I feel like it can only take me. I feel like I'm going exactly where I need to go. I feel like I'm in alignment unlike I've ever been. I feel like, despite everything that's happened, my daughter being diagnosed with leukemia, the hospital visits, the weeks of staying in the hospital room, looking at her, go through what she's going through at 10 and battling. And now we're in remission. So, I mean, thank God, God is working. And it's amazing to be going through this. Um, being a ghostwriter. But also, like, being able to see the power, of positivity. I don't know, is that what I'm trying to say? But it's awesome. Once you change the way you look at things, it changes everything. I was always a negative Nancy, I think that's what they call it. And I always thought life was going to be people taking and taking and taking from me. But no, there are people who genuinely want you to succeed in life. And I finally surrounded myself with those kind of people. There are people out there like that. But I had to uproot myself and move from everything I ever lived, around. Everything I ever grew up around, the people, the places. I literally came to an unfamiliar place, which, is not unfamiliar in some way. I was visiting already. But living here is different. I had to learn a lot of different things, how to manage money better, how to, how to talk, how to be okay with being me. And there was a lot of people along the way, not a lot, a little, but they feel like a lot of people along the way that helped me understand that it's okay to be me. Quirky, weird, um, overly talkative me. Like one of my friends, he was just here like, yeah, I don't mind. Like he would sit there while I was, while I was doing something while we were at work. And he would just sit there and I'd just be like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. Like, I get quiet. He's like, it's okay. Like, we can just sit here in silence. And I'm just here like, what the excuse my language. I almost did, but I haven't. I've given up. I've given up a lot of curse words. And, yeah, it's been easy, but it's also been hard because I've been around certain people that I used to talk to that have that language, and I guess it's like old habits. But it's just when I get overly excited, I have that, so I try to like keep an eye on it. But it's good to have people who are encouraging, and whether I I I have an audience or not, if you stumble upon this video, I want you to know that it hurts to up and move, to put boundaries, to enforce boundaries, it actually hurts to know that you deserve better. But it hurts more, to stay in the same spot that you're in and allow people to treat you the way that they do. Cutting off a lot of people has helped me put my energy exactly where it should be, where it matters, and that has repaid me tenfold. My life is nice. My life is content. It's going exactly where I know it should go. The alignment is there. My story is speaking to me. It's coming together. I know I always talked about working with an editor, but I wasn't officially working with one. I was just speaking with one. But now I am now I have a lot of things in store to share with the world, and I will trickle along the news as it comes out. But it's very exciting. I have character art for my book, and I love it. She's amazing at what she does. And I have multiple people that I'm working with for character art because I love the different styles. I love funding a creator. I love seeing them bring my dream to life, my story to life, and that's beautiful. But the fact that I have done so much in the past 3 years than I have in the past 12 years is wild. As soon as I just decided to let myself believe everything, it's like as if the door opened and was like, finally, come in. Come in. Finally, it's like I've been waiting for you to get over here. Like, oh my goodness, I've been waiting. And I'm here. So, Shadowed Scripture, everything that I share on there is I share with my heart, I share with my diligence, I share with the knowledge that I've been given, and I just want to pass it down to you. As writers, I know we're readers, so that's why I post more on the blog. But I will post more on podcasts because I know some people learn better like this, engaging. I don't know if this is helpful for you, but please do let me know. And yeah, My little rose mirror glasses, I think, are doing the trick. I can't see if I messed up my makeup, but that's alright. You will judge me later or not. But yeah, be sure to give me a follow on Instagram. I'm gonna start trickling all these things out. Publishing blogs on Substacks. I'm also doing a series on there called Alondra in Israel, a cautionary tale. It's about, the beautiful imperfections of being human and being in love. It's pretty visceral, and I do love it. It's just like one of those side quests. So, yeah, building on Substack as well. If you're also a Substack writer, please send me your link. I would love to follow you. Don't think Substack really cares about. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you really care about it, but I really don't care if I'm following like 1,000 people and only getting like one follow. I really don't. If your stuff is good, then I'll follow you. But if you're just genuinely looking for engagement or like a cheerleader or a follow, then I'm there for you as well. Um, I just want you to know that all of this matters. You matter. Everything that you're providing, everything that you're writing, it is meant to be out there. It wouldn't be burning in your heart for no reason. I believe that completely, like to my core. I believe that. So I'm hoping that all of this, everything I give you, helps you get from where you are to where you want to be. I truly hope it does. Because I believe in you. And I just want you to believe in you. Because as soon as I believed in me, everything, it's like the world opened up to me. And I am very thankful for that. And I am very hopeful. And I'm very excited for everything that is to come. For me and for you. So that's all I have for today. Hopefully, this helped you understand why it's okay to be inconsistent in certain areas. Being inconsistent doesn't mean you're a failure or anything like that. You can do this. And yeah, until next time, later.